Hi guys, welcome back to Charlotte's Foliage. For those of you who are returning, thank you. I hope you'll continue to watch, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up and the notification button so that you can continue to see my content. And if you want to give me some tips on how you handle your plant care, I would be more than welcome to hear those. For those of you who this is your first time watching, welcome, and I hope you'll come back. I hope you'll enjoy the plant content. So without further ado, let's get into what we're going to be discussing today. What I did was I put some plants in water, which means that they're cuttings that I took from a big plant, and I wanted to see if I could make more plants. So I would check on them randomly to see if they had rooted. And then once they root, you can choose to let them continue to grow in water, or you can put them in whatever type of substrate, meaning soil. You can put them in lecca. You can put them in perlite, or you can put them in a mixture of perlite, lecca, soil, vermiculite. I'm sure there's some I'm forgetting. Cocoa coir, sphagnum moss. But any way that you would like to grow your plants, you can choose to do that. So what I'm going to do today is put all of mine in a soil mixture with all those that I named except for sphagnum moss, because I usually try to propagate in sphagnum moss, but this time we're propagating in water. So I want to show you what I have here. Right here is an Adansonii plant. And they might be a little tangled up too because they've been growing together with other plants, but that's okay. As long as they have roots on them, we can get them in some soil. Okay, so right here, this is a Cebu Blue Apothose, so we'll put that right there. This is another Cebu Blue, so we'll keep that right there. That'll be one plant. And then here's another Cebu Blue Apothose. But I want you to see on camera how these plants are rooting. This one here doesn't look like it rooted, so it goes back in water, okay? But this one does, and this one does. It has a root. And then let's see here. This one doesn't root. And keep in mind, sometimes they will not root. But if you can get some successful roots, that's fine too. Okay, for whatever reason, sometimes they don't root. This is another Cebu Blue Apothose. Look how it rooted. So we'll put it there. This is an Adansonii, and this is an Adansonii. We have some really good roots on this plant. Okay, so I see right here I have another Adansonii, and I have a peperomia. So look at this Adansonii roots. So this is a whole plant, you guys. Or to make a full plant, you could use all three, which is what we're going to do. But if you wanted to do 3 different plants, or if you sell plants, this is 3 plants right here. And then this, actually, I see another one. There's another Adansonii. So we got 4. And then, as you can see right there, this is a peperomia. Okay? So we can plant that. And I have some pots here. All we need to do now is put them in the pots. So I have my mixture that I've already discussed with you guys, what's in here, okay? And I've already mixed it up together. So what you want to do is you want to start out with just like 1/3 of the pot full of your soil mixture. And then what you want to do is grab your plant. Remember, we had this one, this Adansonii, we have a lot there. So you can put some here. We got enough to put some here. On the side, this is going to really be a full plant because we've got so many growth points here. And then we've got some more here. So I'm going to put all these in the pot together like a family. And then I'm going to put some soil in them. And the only thing you have to remember to do, these plants have been in water for like weeks. So that means that they're used to staying moist. Now, once you put them in soil, then what's going to happen is they're going to need to stay moist for at least 2 weeks so they can get acclimated to their new mixture that they're in, okay? It looks kind of blank in the ball. It looks bald in middle. So I'm putting some more in the middle here. And once after that 2 weeks that you've kept them moist, you can let it dry out then in between waterings, because this type of plant is okay with drying out in between waterings, okay? So that's how you do it. Now, when you also start your new plant, what you want to do is continue to give it the same type of lighting conditions. This particular plant likes medium to low light. And so that's what I'm going to give it. Another thing you want to do, and we'll do that here on this video if we have time, is after you put it in its new place, its new home, you're going to want to water this plant, okay? So we've done one plant already. Now we're going to do another one. Let's use a green pot this time. And these are pots that I just had from other plants. Same thing. We're going to do the same thing over again. We're going to put about 1/3 of soil in the pot. I could have used a smaller pot, by the way, but this is all I had, you guys. So the Cebu Blue is a leggy plant. This plant likes to grow long and hang. So that's what we're doing. We're planting up the Cebu Blue plant. Some people call it Cebu Blue, and some people call it Cebu Blue. So I've done both. But this plant is kind of like the other plant, the Adansonia. It likes to kind of like a little bit of light. Both of them like south-facing light. I have a south-facing window that gives out great light. So that's what this plant likes. Same thing. I'm just getting her comfortable to a new place. And then once she gets comfortable with her new place, we're going to water for 2 weeks straight. And I've come up with a system now. And I'm going to show you guys, because I've been, since spring is coming, this is a good time to repot plants or pot up plants. And the ones that I need to remember to water keep watered every 2 weeks. Watered a lot for 2 weeks. Then it's hard for me to remember that. So I made a little station for those plants. Okay. So there we are, Cebu Blue. Look how pretty and healthy that plant is. Okay, next plant. This is we talked about it's a peperomia. Now this plant does not like to dry out. How you can tell when it's time to re-water this plant is to touch the leaves. The leaves are thick. When they get real soft, then you know I'm thirsty. That's when your plant is saying I'm thirsty, okay? So we're going to pot up this plant. Again, we're going to use 1/3. And you see how I have this soil mixture already ready, and I'm not having to go and mix this up again. And the reason for that is because, it's more work when you have to keep going back and forth to make your soil mixture. So this way, I'll already have it ready. And especially when you're potting up more than one plant, you want to make sure that you're ready and prepared, and that I'm prepared for you guys when I'm filming. All right, so we're almost done with this one. And all I'm doing is pressing the sides down. You don't want to press the plant too hard, because you could actually damage the roots. And the roots are very sensitive right now anyway, because they've been in in water. Okay, so I'm going to show you this plant here once it's completed. I think I got her in there comfortably. And there she is, the peperomia. Okay, so we've potted up 3 plants together already. Now, this next plant that I'm about to show you it's a cutting. And this plant is probably the most easiest plant to propagate. And it's called Apothose. This is Apothose too, but it's a different type of Apothose, and you could plant them together if you like. I may have some in there together, but I believe this is just a regular, it's not a marble queen pothos, but I think it's a jade pothos, okay? So I'm going to show you how I know this plant is ready. Look at all those new roots in that plant. And see? I'll try to get it up close so you can see. Okay, now I'm going to pull it out so you can see, which would probably be better. Look, all these roots that this plant has grown, okay? So this tells me that this plant is ready, okay? So everything looks healthy here. I don't see any, they're kind of tangled up too. I don't see any roots that look like they any stems or petioles that look like they did not take. Everything rooted. So I got a pot for it. I'm almost running out of soil, but I think we're going to have enough for these 4 plants. Okay, so I'm going to put some soil in here, just as I did with the other plants. And I'm going to gently place the cuttings in here. See, this is a full plant already. You could buy a plant this size in the store. Okay? And some people sell their plants. I haven't sold any plants. I'm more ready to start trading plants. And like if it's a plant I already have and I've already propagated new ones, I don't mind sharing my plant. I would like to share my plants and get plants from, like, do trades. If somebody has a plant that I like and they want my plant, then I could trade. So there is a plant community out there that does that. And I just recently joined one. And I'm hoping that I get some pretty good hits on that. But this baby is ready to go. She is fitting into her new home really well. And you can make this plant grow upwards, climb up if you put a pole or a stick or something in there. Or you can let it just hang. It will eventually hang. So there you go. Now, all I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you guys this, we can even use this water. There's nothing wrong with this water because I have to water my plants often, as I stated before. So you just give it a little water. Give this one a little water. Hope you can see this. I'll bring the camera in a little closer. You see? All I'm doing is watering these plants. See? Give it a little rinse. See there? I'm giving these plants some water. And then we got another little container of water that some of the plants is in. You want it to be fully watered because that's all brand new dry soil mixture. And so that's what we did. So here's your Adansonii. Here is your Cebu Blue Apothose. Here is your Peperomia, Pilea Peperomia, and this is the Pothos, okay? The Jade Pothos, okay? And that's it. It's not hard. In fact, if you're watching my channel and you're interested in trading plants, make sure you leave it in the comments, and I'm going to show you guys right quick where my place is that I'll be placing these plants and taking the ones that's there out because they've already been through their 2 week of kind of like confinement to make sure I water them. So we're going to put these in the same place where those are and move those out because they're ready for just regular watering schedule, okay? So I'm going to take the camera and we're going to walk into the next room and I'm going to show you some more plants that I did the same exact thing with, okay? Here they are right here. These plants have gone through the 2 weeks of being in their new home. So they're ready to just have regular watering schedule. Here's one. Okay. And I have another one here somewhere. Oh, here it is. This one has a little shorter period. than the other one, okay? So we're going to leave it there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to sit these plants, and I'm going to show you right here on camera. I'm going to sit these plants right here because these are my plants that will remind me you have got to keep us watered because we're new. We're new here, and you got to keep us watered for 2 weeks. And then you can put us with the other babies. Okay? So, I just want to thank you guys for watching my channel. And I hope you'll continue to watch. And buy yourself a plant. Bye.